Welcome to 3C. Today one more All-Star will leave the game, but before we do that, let's award a prize. Leanne and Trojan, you two landed in the top this week, and one of you will get the double voting power for next round. Let's reveal your responses now. Leanne, I really like your response. Shy residents would definitely leave the city, and this isn't too harmful of an idea. It's more like subtly pushing people out. Trojan, Del and I were big fans of your idea. Your double whammy not only would cost people a lot of money, but it would be an insane hassle to deal with constant parking directions. It looks like the contestants thought this one was a toss-up between two good ideas, because the vote was 4-4. Our second tie of the season, and our first one for the win. That means the win will come down to your real scores. Let's reveal them. Congrats, Leanne. You're our third round winner, and will get to vote twice as much next round. In fact, this is the last normal DVP that will be handed out. Its power will be nulled starting next round. Trojan, good job as well. You're both in the final 6. Now comes the hard part, seeing which person will be eliminated. 3 contestants, Allie, Ironic, and Bombs were up for elimination, and one will leave us now. One of you received only 1 vote, and is moving on to the final 6. Who is it? Let's reveal. Congrats, Ironic, you're safe. Your short and sweet wording moves you on to the final 6. Now we're down to Allie and Bombs, 2 powerhouse twowers. Let's reveal your responses now. Allie, I didn't really get your response at first, but when Del explained it to me, it made a lot of sense. I didn't totally understand why the reference was implemented, as on its own, the idea is self-explanatory, but hopefully others get it. Neighbors hate terrorism, but did the All-Stars hate your response? Bombs, your wording was detrimental to understanding what you meant. Once we got there, the idea of being constantly woken up by rogue electronics was awful to deal with, but I tripped up reading it mentally, and out loud a lot. Casey, though, especially appreciated your evilness. Both great twowers, but one must go. By a vote of 5-2, the All-Star leaving the game at 7th place is... Bombs. Allie, you are safe. Goodbye to Bombs. I, alongside everyone probably watching this now, was very shocked when these results came in. There was no doubt in my mind you'd do great this season, and you did the 2 rounds before, but leaving this early never crossed my mind. To be honest, my only preseason prediction for anyone was that you would get 3rd place again. I thought there was some sort of cosmic alignment that said if you got the same place twice, it was in the stars that it happened again. Clearly, I thought you'd go far and rack up the wins in the process. You are a huge threat in the game, and maybe that's why people voted against this response. You were the most chosen All-Star for the Fantasy League, and you're definitely going to leave a bang with those points. Thanks for playing, and you had a good, but short run. 4 eliminations in, and the season keeps getting more shocking. We'll miss you, Bombs. But now we have a final 6. Congrats on getting this far, everyone. Let's take a look at the Fantasy League. Like I said, Bomb's departure left a huge mark. Gimpy Stanley's Chicken Nuggets is the first person to be completely out of the running. Monica Koss leads the top of the pack along with Navy and Trojan, each with 1,700 points. If Navy and Trojan keep being in the front, we'll have a duo of winners because they pick the same people. Now for predictions. You guys predicted that Leanne, Trojan, and Bombs were equally likely to win the round, which is pretty funny because 2 of those people did, and the other is dead. The biggest shock is the elimination poll, where Ironic again maneuvers around probability. He had 7 votes to Bomb's 2. Here's the full leaderboard. This is the first time the person with the highest score actually won the round. But for the 3rd time in a row, the person with the lowest score is eliminated. Now let's look at the track records. I know there's only 3 rounds to go on, but we can see some interesting stuff here. For one, Trojan is the first to be in the top 2 twice. Ironic is the first to survive 2 episodes up for elimination, and he and World are the only 2 that are yet to win a round. Trojan and Real Frog Hours are the only contestants that haven't been up for elimination, but RFH is the only one to never have been in the bottom. I know I said I wouldn't declare a frontrunner, but if I had to sort the track records from best to worst, it'd probably look something like this. Even though he was in the bottom once, Trojan's 2 wins places him above RFH, who is taking it slow and steady. Leanne is next because of the recent win, and because of 2 top placements. Allie is next. He's been in the top once but didn't win, and recently survived elimination. It balances out a bit. World is next. Hers is very similar to Allie's, but World hasn't won a round yet. And finally, we have Ironic, who is up for elimination twice and still hasn't been in the top. This is all subjective, of course, and the only placement that matters is the one right in front of you. Let's get to round 4. Your prompt is: studies show 4-year-olds insist everything has a purpose. When asked about lions, they say they're meant to go to the zoo. And when asked about pointy rocks, they say so animals can scratch their backs on them. What's a separate made-up purpose for an everyday object? Everyone still gets 1 response since this prompt requires some thinking. You'll get 2 at the final 5. The top 2 will be in contention for the double voting power, and the bottom 2, we'll try again this time, will be up for elimination. Respond by this date. If you want to vote, join the Discord to know when it's available. Also, click the link in the description to see the round 4 predictions. I'll see everyone in 4AB.